Welcome to today's story time. I'm Leigh Hood with Northeast Regional Library. Today I'm sharing Albert's Field Trip by Leslie Tryon with permission of Anthem Publishers, a division of Simon & Schuster. Dear parents, Albert has planned a class field trip for next Friday. The children will visit Georgie and Gracie's apple farm. Gary will take notes and do a story for the school paper. Albert will drive the bus and will need 2 parent volunteers to help with the children. If your child will not attend, please send a note. We will meet in the parking lot following the 2 o'clock bell. Each child should bring a snack and a jacket. The bus will return to the parking lot by 8 o'clock Friday evening. Principal, Pleasant Valley School. Ryan got the measles and couldn't go on the field trip. Albert told us that we had to behave and use our bus manners. Albert knew lots of songs to sing on the way. I liked the one about the thousand-legged worm with the wiggle and the squirm. Albert told us that sometimes worms called codling worms grow inside apples. So we changed the song to the codling worm with the wiggle and the squirm. It was a long trip to Georgie and Gracie's apple farm. Singing on the bus was fun, but that wasn't the best part. Albert drove over lots of hills. The road wound back and forth through millions of trees. The first thing we saw was a tractor by the side of the road. Albert followed the tractor down the road to a big red barn, but that wasn't the best part. In the barn, Gracie introduced us to her sister Georgie, who runs the farm. We each got our own basket for picking apples. Georgie said we would pick red apples today. Remember to lift the apple to the sky when you pick it, Georgie said. We could even climb the trees if we wanted to, she said, but that wasn't the best part. There were millions of apples. The trees had so many apples their branches had to be held up with sticks. The bees in the beehive were asleep, so nobody got stung. Adam found an apple with a leaf print on it made by the sun. We picked apples until our baskets were very heavy. We poured the apples into Bess's wagon. Bess said to hold on to our baskets and led us back to the barn, where we put all the apples into the apple washer. We watched them get washed, then ride down a belt, then spin around and around until the big ones and the little ones were separated. We put the clean apples back into our baskets, but that wasn't the best part. The apple juice room was cold and sticky, but not as cold as it was in the storage room where it was 35 degrees. We could see boxes of apples stacked way up to the ceiling. We had lots of fun making clouds with our breath, but we were glad to go back out into the apple juice room. Bess put our clean apples into the big juicer. It ground up our apples, then squashed them into juice that went through a hose, out a spout, and into our cups. We drank juice made from the apples we picked, but that wasn't the best part. Iko made apple pies for us. We each got our own little pie. Adam dropped his pie on the ground. After we ate our pies, Georgie gave us a baby apple tree called a sapling to plant in the schoolyard. We filled our baskets again with different kinds of apples and got on the bus. We didn't sing about the codling worm this time. Joy's mother and Willie's dad said they had lots of fun, even if they didn't know the words to the songs and they couldn't climb the trees. We all laughed because Albert had eaten 2 of the little pies. But that wasn't the best part. When we got back to the school, it was very dark. All of our parents were there. We weren't really sleepy, but they thought we were. They took us back to our cars, drove us safely home, and tucked us in our beds and kissed us good night, and that was the best part. Dear Georgie and Gracie, we like your farm very much. We liked picking the apples. We liked making juice. Thank you for the tree. We will be excited to see it grow. We love you. Thank you for joining me for story time. Please check back for a new adventure.